Egg yolk, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Remember that intro? Am I saying ayo or egg yolk? You will never know, but nostalgia is what this episode is all about. Revisiting some altcoins of old and some big updates with each. So you ready to member win? Because it's time for Chico Crypto. The question on everyone's mind, especially bag holders of those alts, will there be another alt season? Will there be another time where altcoins go B-A-N-A-N-A-S, bananas? Because they did go bananas throughout most of 2021. BTC dominance started above 70% in January of this year, while other altcoins, all the altcoins combined out of the top 10, was just at 10% dominance. Throughout the year, other altcoins surged, aka alt season, while BTC fell and fell. May 17th was the point of the two being closest to each other. Bitcoin was about 40% dominance and others was about 23%. Since that day, the trend has been up for Bitcoin and down for altcoins. And as of yesterday, Bitcoin has gained 5%, now just above 45, while others has sunk to about 18%, losing 5. This trend isn't looking good, but this same thing happened around the same time in 2017. Bitcoin dominance started to rebound a bit later, June 19th, and as you can see, that dominance grew all the way up until the beginning of December of 2017. But throughout December, the rest of it fell. Dominance is growing for BTC most of the year in 2017. That couldn't be good for the altcoins, right? Well, actually, pulling out the chart, other altcoins added, they trended up. There was an initial hit, but overall dominance for other altcoins trended upwards. And the second half of 2017 had 3 alt seasons take place, end of July, and then one beginning in November, which trended right into the end of the year, when the 2017 bubble finally burst. I'm a big proponent of the more the things change, the more they stay the same. This will happen again. There will be more than a few other alt seasons coming this year, and a big one I project happening begins in July, around the middle of it. But there's already signs the markets want this to happen. Yesterday, over 24 hours, out of the top 100 coins on CoinGecko, many performed better than BTC. To be exact, 78 out of the top 100. Although they are just a bubbling right now, majority of their gains are below 5% and some even lower, 24 hours, because they just know something is coming. It's a bubble, and July is when it rockets. And I gotta thank Sultan at CryptoSultan21 on Twitter for this more than excellent chart. He said, Wyckoff is smiling from his grave. Bitcoin continues to prove the bears wrong by inching closer to a bullish reversal, even with the dip yesterday. Smashing through all the resistance levels on the chart would confirm an absolute bullish trend reversal and an alt season explosion. And from his chart, Bitcoin is pretty much following the Wyckoff accumulation pattern pretty dang close. And from his chart, getting back to 50K will be a confirmation that the bull is back and alt season is back on. So when does that chart signify a break towards 50K is coming? Well, based on phase C dates and the chart, by July 10th. So even with the falling markets yesterday, that means to me right now is the time to be making some altcoin moves. And the moves I've been eyeing? Well, I've been eyeing for the longest time. That is Alchemist coin. Since its all-time high of over $200, MIST has retraced by over 61%. MIST is getting oversold, especially for what it brings to the space and how important it will be for the next iteration of Ethereum 2.0. Everyone should be using MIST-X for their trades, the world's first flash DEX, which protects your transactions from front runners or sandwiches, making you pay more than you should. And today I'm going to show you why. This was launched, sandwich.wtf, from the Alchemist team, and it's a great little tool to see how much damage you have incurred from these entities in the dark forest of the Ethereum mempool. So the damage, you just come here, connect a wallet to MetaMask, and it will extract the data for you. As you can see from just one of my addresses, I have a worst sandwich attack of 0.79 of an ether with a total of 10 attacks. That actually adds up to almost 3 ether, 2.68 to be exactly. Yeah, in 2021 already, I've lost basically $6,500 to these sandwich bots. And the beauty of this, you can get super granular. You can see when and what trade it happened with. But again, if you don't want this to happen, use MistX. It's a sandwich-free exchange and the link for it is below. Sandwich and MistX is here. Is there anything else big coming up for Alchemist in the future? Well, 2 days ago, the Alchemist coin Twitter said, on 23rd June, a final inflation reward deposit will be made to the Loodle reward program. A new Loodle experiment will launch via crucible.alchemist.wtf on the same day, which will receive future inflation rewards. And then below, a church at Churchy on Twitter replied, this upgrade does not mean you have to pull out of the LP in any way and realize any impermanent loss. You may have. In fact, you merely need to subscribe to the new Loodle rewards program on Alchemist's website. Word on the street, those fees from mistx.io may be involved. Oh yeah, the new Crucible rewards program is going to be enriched with those MistX fees. Remember, a majority of the gas savings for the trades are given to the user, but a small portion is also going to the Crucible holders through the rewards program. But why should we trust Church on this? Well, going into the Alchemist Discord, we can see Church has recently spoke. Clicking into his profile, Church is a certified alchemist, meaning he knows he's part of the Alchemist team, meaning he knows what he's talking about. MistX rewards for Crucible holders next week? It looks like it. But now it's time for a sponsored segment of this video, supported by our friends at the Nervos Network. And like always, the full details of our agreement can be found below. So who is the Nervos Network? Well, they launched in 2019 by a team of early Ethereum developers with impressive resumes, and they're partnered with some of the most important VCs in the space. Polychain Capital, Sequoia, Blockchain Capital, CMB International, Multicoin Capital, and more. Going to their website, we can see they're an open source public blockchain ecosystem and a collection of protocols creating the foundation for a universal internet-like public network. Universal in that it works across blockchains, aka interoperability. They've created a layered infrastructure, a layer 1 blockchain built for layer 2, called the Nervos CKB. There's a real need for an infrastructure that can solve the problems of interoperability between assets, apps, and users between multiple chains, and this is where Nervos comes in. You think you can't create a DApp on one blockchain and reach users on another blockchain? Yeah, you can. Think you can't use any crypto from any blockchain and have it interact with every other blockchain, and all from one interface, eventually with Nervos? Yes, you can. So wait, any crypto on any blockchain using just one interface? That's right. Yeah, Nervos is leading the way by introducing your Universal Passport, an interoperability solution to operate any asset from anywhere with everything, all from one place. No more needing multiple wallets for each blockchain, and all the hassles that come along with keeping track of them. And even more tools and apps are being released and developed as we speak. In the past year, Nervos has built a community DEX. They've welcomed stable coins, launched NFTs, and released a suite of tools for developers to build with, to bridge and port projects onto their Nervos platform. They aim to make interoperability more standardized and user-friendly as they cut out the current cross-chain issues and eliminate the barriers for entry for the users. And to help them accelerate their mission and scope, Nervos just made a huge announcement with one of their earliest investors, CMB International. CMBI is a subsidiary of China Merchants Bank, one of the biggest banks in the world and ranked number 22 on Forbes Global 2000 company rankings, aka it's massive. Together, they launched an Innovation Fund, a $50 million innovation fund to support projects interested in building on or integrating with Nervos. So funding is secured to unleash Nervos' tools, the DEX, Ethereum compatibility layer called Polyjuice, and a permissionless rollup framework, Godwoken. And speaking of big announcements, we have some breaking news. Nervos Network has finalized their native integration with the Opera web browser, one of the most popular browsers in the world. Thus, Opera users will be able to send and receive Nervos CKB directly within the Opera browser and access Nervos DApps listed on the built-in DApp store. And Nervos devs will have access to Opera's large user base. Is Nervos Opera's interoperability solution information. So if you're looking for an interoperability play who has backing, the tech, and the reach to succeed, links for everything Nervos are below. And now I want to finish this episode off with an update on a token that you may be able to claim for free, because I said they're going to be launching a governance token all the way back in December of last year. Yep, that is Instadapp, and they announced 2 days ago that their governance token was now live. In the announcement tweet, they say how they are distributing the tokens. INST will be distributed to all existing MakerDAO, Compound Finance, and Aave users, including the Aave users on Polygon, with a preferential curve towards Instadapp users. Oh, I've covered using Instadapp, I've covered using Compound, I've covered using MakerDAO, and I've covered using Aave. Shoot, you just might be able to claim a good amount if you have continued to watch my content. But scrolling down, there is also something even cooler from Instadapp. They said LP staking, INST, will be the first implementation of Uniswap v3 price ranges pooled into an ERC20 token in partnership with Gelato Network. Users can stake INST into these pools and receive additional rewards. Why is this important? Well, remember, I've covered Gelato and put forward my case on why they're going to launch a token in April, as the team hinted at it. Well, the next month in May, they said, yep, the Gel token was coming. So, one of Gelato's main partners, Instadapp, their token is launched. Incoming Gelato token that hopefully they airdrop to some of the users? Chico thinks so. Cheers, I'll see you next time.